I love the flexible commission offer. I love it. I think it is by far the best thing that you can offer, especially in this market. And so on the back of the postcard, you're going to have your address, your name, all your normal stuff that you have to mail. And the other half of the postcard is we've realized that commission is not one size fits all. That's why we've created a flexible commission plan that starts with 0%. If you're going to do mailings, you have to start with the plan. All right. So the reason everybody fails at mailings is they run out of money and they run out of patience. And those alter in which order it happens. Mailings are a phenomenal way to have business, but they're a phenomenal way to have business next year. And so it doesn't mean you won't get some. This does not mean it literally takes a year, but mentally you have to be prepared for a year. Okay. So we got to start with a budget. What is a budget that you can spend every month? And really, it's better if you could do it every 3 weeks. But even if it's just 12 times, if you can get 16 to 18 times, it's going to speed it up. But what is a budget that you can handle every single month without having any return? That's the very first question you have to answer. The next question you have to answer is what kind of turnover exists in the market that I'm going to farm? So I was talking to a lady yesterday and they're like, there's 20 some houses and one house sold in a year. I'm like, that's just, I think you guys heard on that call. It's a waste. You're wasting your time. That's not a farm. So you got to know what the turnover is. The next thing you got to know is, does anybody have market share? And market share constitutes 25% of the transactions handled by one person, one team, not office, but a, an agent or team agent. We're just going to call it an agent, not because you could have a huge Remax that has 10 different agents that sell one house a month. That Remax doesn't have market share. Those agents don't have market share, but Susie sells 25% of the house. She has market share. So you have to know those things first. Then you have to decide what you're going to mail. It's going to make it from the mailbox to your trash can. And that's what happens. That's why mailing is a long play until they need something. Now, here's the problem. Have you guys ever heard me mention contrast before? I don't know if you guys have picked up on that. I'm kind of a fan of contrasting in sales. So everybody's sending you comps from the neighborhood. Everybody's telling you they got a buyer. Everybody's saying they're the best. Like that's all they have to stand on. Everybody agree with that? Like that's what it is. So in any marketing that you do, you have to have an offer. Okay. And without an offer, you get no return. So the very best offer that you could put on because we're talking there's two things that are going to happen on your postcard. One, you're going to give them something of value, and two, you're going to make them an offer. Always. All right. So the postcard size should be 6x9. And why should it be 6x9? Because nobody else is sending out postcards that big. So it's contrast. And it will stick out amongst the stuff in their hand. The little ones get lost, the big ones stick out. I love the flexible commission offer. I love it. I think it is by far the best thing that you can offer, especially in this market. And so on the back of the postcard, you're going to have your address, your name, all your normal stuff that you have to mail. And the other half of the postcard is we've realized that commission is not one size fits all. That's why we've created a flexible commission plan that starts with 0%. Call me, set up a separate number so you know that it came from your mailing because you can track it. Let them call that number, and then you've attracted them that way. Then on the front, you could put you could become a resource for your neighborhood information. You could become a resource as a calendar. You could become a resource as here's because it's 6 by 9. You could put here's the three up and coming things this month that would be cool for you to attend in your community, and here are the last three homes that sold similar to yours. So you could put all of this on one postcard. So now you're hitting all district profiles. But if you don't have an offer, you're not going to attract them at all.